Today we're talking about APRocky and J. Cole. How y'all doing? Welcome to Let's Talk About It Music Review Season 10, the second episode. We always do a double feature now, and this is another double feature review. If you just got done listening to the Megan Thee Stallion review, or if you haven't, go check that out after this. But today we're going to be talking about APRocky and the most anticipated song coming out right now, because this song was trending on Twitter before it even came out. And now we have it. APRocky featuring J. Cole. Alright. Rosary. Now, J. Cole. Now, I was really excited. After the Kendrick and Drake stuff, all that stuff happened, I realized that J. Cole did the right thing. He got out of that stuff. And he's just on his own vibes now. And, I've accepted that, even though I still think, can't believe J. Cole backed out, but, I'd back out too. So, I understand. I understand J. Cole backing out. Kendrick Lamar, he's for real like that. So, he's doing his own thing now. J. Cole's actually been coming on a lot of more like love type songs recently. This man's been doing more lovey-dovey type verses, and like this one's more of a going back in the past, kind of reflecting on the future now, and then kind of just flexing, not really that he's the number one GOAT or nothing like that. And I think that's a good thing, honestly. I think a lot of rappers, they might get stuck in the head of just trying to stay on top. I think J. Cole's really just chilling out, and I enjoy that. So I had a couple of points I want to get off my chest, but let's get this review started. Before we start, if you're on YouTube, Spotify, Pandora, wherever you get your podcast at, make sure you follow. Drop a comment what you feel about this review. We'll be highlighting it at the end. And let's get this started. I got a couple of points, and starting off, I really enjoy this beat. This beat is really good. I really love the boom bap kind of atmosphere here. That kind of boom bap instrumental just kicking in. Reminds you of the old rap beats, and also gives a little bit of a little fun twist to it. Now, is it the same kind of choir, soul sample, have some soul sample background vocals, and have a slow kind of boom bap beat? Yes, it is definitely like that. But honestly, I think it's a really good one, and it's actually, pretty good. It's a pretty good beat, in my opinion, and I really enjoy the production here. I just really love that stuff, and I also love the small little vocals in the back kind of switching up, getting more intense as the song keeps going on. I really enjoy that too. And, hey, I gotta say this too, my second point, APRocky absolutely did his thing. I mean, he absolutely killed it. This man just came swinging. 2 whole verses, and those 2 whole verses went absolutely crazy. So APRocky absolutely did his thing on here. I mean, this man was sliding on this beat so much that I didn't even care. I don't really even care that much about J. Cole's verse. This man just came on the end. I mean, like APRocky really killed it on the beat here, in my opinion. Really came on there. And, my next point too, J. Cole definitely did his thing too. This man was definitely flowing. So those are my points. That's the cliff notes of this review. Now let's really start diving in. Let's really get into this song. So we got APRocky featuring J. Cole, Rosary. And let's start off talking about the beat. As I said before, this beat's kind of this kind of boom bap type thing going on here. And honestly, I enjoy the boom bap beat. I don't like listening to just boom bap beats most of the time, because honestly, they're very boring. They're very one-dimensional. Most of the time, they're very hit or miss. Most of the time, they're misses, in my opinion. But this is actually definitely a hit. This is definitely a hit. I love the soulful vocals in the back. I love the soulful sample. I love how this beat just gets more intense, and it just keeps building and building and building as the song keeps going on. The only thing I don't like is how the build-up kind of ends, and there's not really much of a payoff to the build-up. There's no, like, bigger beat drop or anything like that. I wish there was a little bit more like that because, yes, this song is good, but it is a little bit slow. Maybe, maybe just a slight drum switch up, or maybe even just slowing down the beat, or I don't know, just a bigger payoff, something more. I just wish there was just a little bit more to this beat, and that's my only thing. Now, there's 2 verses from APRocky. The first verse had a pretty good flow. Not much flow switch-ups or anything like that, but it definitely did really have a good flow to it, and it was actually, like, honestly, it was actually a pretty good first verse, in my opinion. Nothing bad or anything like that. Now, the second verse that comes in, we get a little bit more of a kind of a slowdown in tone. And we get more of a kind of faster rapping into the second verse. And as I'm listening to the second verse, I'm like, this is actually fire. I mean, he absolutely just starts riding on this beat, absolutely killing it. Flow switching up and all of that type of stuff. I mean, Lord absolutely mighty. He wonderfully did his thing on here, in my opinion. Now, J. Cole's verse. J. Cole comes on here, and of course I had to listen to the song a couple of times because J. Cole's verse is actually pretty short. And, it's one of those things where I'm like, is this kind of okay, J. Cole? Is this not really, as I'm listening to it, I don't know. But I will say this, though. I'm kind of glad J. Cole sounds a lot more hungry on here. I know he just said in his whole verse that he never wants to get that hunger feeling ever again. I understand that. But I do like how he sounds a little bit more passionate. I mean, don't get me wrong. J. Cole, barely, doing the monotone flow that he be doing, it's fire every once in a while, but that gets old. And especially when this man's dropping like 5 or 6 minute songs, that stuff gets pretty old. But I do like he's coming on here with a little bit more energy, and that's one of the things that I've always complained about J. Cole. This man could be delivering the most fire verse lyric-wise, but this man is sounding like he does not give a shit about what he's rapping about. And that's what he sounds like most of the time. I mean, this man is so monotone that I'm like, do you even believe anything you're saying? And as we know from the other, But yeah, J. Cole though did his thing on here. So guys, the production was good. The 2 verses from APRocky were pretty good. J. Cole's verse was really good too. And honestly, I don't have any really bad things to say about this song. When the music video comes out, we'll do a I'm sure there'll be a music video out for this song soon. And when that comes out, we'll do a music video review, and we'll do a whole breakdown of that and stuff like that. But for now, guys, that's going to do it for me. I'm going to give this song a 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10, what'd you think about it? Did you love it? Did you hate it? I don't know. Let me know. Thank you so much for listening, guys. And don't go away yet, because we're going to be doing Comment of the Day, where I pick a comment from one of my episodes, and I highlight your comment. And I really, highlight it and show how your comment's doing. So we're about to get that started, guys. But yes, thank you so much for listening. And here's the Comment of the Day. Comment of the Day. This is coming from Carter Nelson. And this is one of my Eminem reviews, which I did Eminem Brand New Dance. And he said, I agree, but I like the beat. And, as I'm thinking about this, guys, one of the funniest things that I do love reviewing music, there's always the people that go, okay, he didn't rap the best, but I love the beat. The beat's hard. And, I'm a vibe kind of person, too, so I fully endorse this. I fully endorse this, If you can get a fire beat going in your song, I'm going to highlight that 110%. So I'm going to highlight this comment and tell y'all, and I just want to tell y'all, I fully agree with y'all. I think vibes are everything in a song. I think if the vibes are off in a song, I don't want to listen to the song. Let me be honest with y'all. I could care less about I could care less about much about a song now, but vibes are definitely one of the things that need to really come in handy. So if the vibes aren't there, I'm just not going to listen to the song. So yeah, I fully agree with that comment. Anyways, guys, that's going to do it for me today. Check out the other review if you haven't. And yeah, bye.